Hey, buddy. So Nooner is helping me do a micro scrap run. As you can see, I've got stuff staged here, and unfortunately I can't take as much as I want in one trip. I'm gonna have to do it in two. As you can see, I'm loading up my Jeep. My truck is missing. Last week I found myself running on 7 injectors instead of 8, as well as all the lights in my dash were out, along with a lot of electrical items. So for that reason, I'm gonna load all this in the Jeep and see what I can fit. I'll do this in 2 different days because I do have more than this to go in. So to start with, I've got, and I'll put all the prices here right away because I can't show you what goes on at the small scale. They don't allow cameras there. So here are just a few pounds of motors. All of this is plate aluminum. And then here is #1 wire that I don't feel like stripping. The difference is 2 something versus 4 something if I were to strip it, but I did strip a lot last time. This time I'm gonna forego that. It's something else that I really don't enjoy doing, so I don't. Here is all my data wire. I have a couple of partial spools in the bottoms there, so there is quite a bit of weight there. Each one of them is probably about 25 to 30 pounds. I might have about 60 pounds of data wire there. We'll see how that goes. Over here is cast aluminum that I'm going to put in all the voids after I load everything else, and then the rest will probably go in this container and I'll strap it to the roof rack. No big deal there. And then here, this should be a pretty decent amount of money. This is the projector aluminum extrusion that I cut in half to handle it easier because it was 11 foot long, and that was 80 pounds alone, I think. And then I've got other extrusion in here, including some vehicle bumpers. So I'm looking forward to getting that amount of money right there. So let me get this all in the vehicle, or as best as I can. This is my home away from home. That's my platform bed. I do travel in this, I do camp in this, so I need to be kind of careful about how I load it. And I haven't decided if I'm gonna do dumpster runs in it or not while the truck is away. I'll see how that goes. But I'll show the second run this week in this video as well, and I'm gonna get at it. All right, so of course, now that I have my Jeep to work with for this quick dive, I come across long stuff that I'm gonna have to secure up top. Don't think this is gonna fit inside, but some really nice aluminum extrusion. Should only be without my truck for probably another week. I had to order parts. It was so much cheaper to get them online than to get them locally, like by at least 50%. So that's what I'm doing. And look at that. That's a nice piece of copper there. Don't really find anything in this dumpster. I just check it every now and then because it's so close, but usually it's just wood and cardboard. But yeah, today not too bad. That's plastic. Oh, that is cardboard. That is a nice kerosene container. All you need is the lid. I don't think. Oh, it's pretty nasty. It's full of oil on the inside. I could clean it out, but not worth my time, and I don't need it. So, all right, I'm gonna strap this all up. So it is really coming down. It wasn't just bad when I started, and I've got the Jeep. So this stuff's gonna have to go up top. I don't know how much digging I'm gonna do. Getting this bad out. That is all plastic. See that out there though. And a goodie box. I can get it out. Man, that is something. It's not letting go. Seriously. It just does not want to come out. Alright, I gotta go get a, this is really annoying. Yeah, I got a mess to clean up now. Yep, look at that. So I don't know if this was worth it or not. I already cleaned up most of the mess. Yeah, that I'm gonna have to be real careful putting back in so that all the screws and everything don't go anywhere. But don't really see anything. Oh, piece of copper, not too bad, and another little piece. So the rest of that will go back in. Alright, so I've only got one glove because I only brought one that'll work in the rain without having it get ruined. So this is all stripped. This is not. Yeah, hopefully there's no water on the lens. Take it off, it's just going to get wet and then I have nothing to dry it with. So that panel. And the reason it came in here was for this. I think that's going to be it. That box I checked yesterday, nothing in there. So that is it in this one. I just got a mess to clean up now. Alright, so I see a little bit of something in this one here. Probably gonna have to get in to go after it. Nice tubing, tight. That is full of number one. I only came out because I wanted to do another quick run. I did one last night, didn't find much. Today I'm finding a bit more, but I figured since it's raining that yeah, some nice bricks. I've got a ton of them at home though. That probably wouldn't have much competition tonight. That's just steel. I was through this yesterday. And that is number 1 in there. That's the good stuff too. That's a pretty decent gauge that there. I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, the rest of this looks familiar. Okay. Just check where I'm standing. Yeah, missing. Yeah, I gotta be careful with that. Might have missed that one yesterday. All right, now that's it. A couple of days later, and this is the scrap that I'm taking in for the second load. That first one ended up being pretty good. So this takes me to practically nothing in my scrap area. There's a few things here and there, but this is a majority then of what I had left. I've hit my scrap area very hard with my truck being out of commission and used that time to finally get rid of stuff. So to start with, this is the aluminum extrusion that I found in the one open top recently, and I cut those in half to make them more manageable. And then this fence rail here, that ended up being aluminum extrusion as well, and then some other stuff that I had sitting around. Over here, these are computer power supplies. I've never turned those in before. I'm assuming they're going to be thrown in with the ballast, but I'm not sure. But a few more ballast there. And then here I've got a couple of more motors that I tore down, fans for. And then here, and there's Nooner, here is some transformers I don't feel like dealing with. I don't deal with the small stuff. Here's aluminum plate. That really doesn't add up to a whole lot. And there is a nice heavy bucket of clean brass that I finally got around to taking all the steel off of and things like that. One of those things that you have to use a vise or vise grips, and kind of a pain. I've been setting that stuff aside for a while and finally got at it. Number 2 copper sitting there. This container here, this is all junk wire. About half the weight is either plastic ends, metal ends, heavy plastic coverings, tape covered, over insulation and things like that. Also some small wire that I just don't feel like cutting down any further. So this is technically 35% wire is what they give me sometimes. Other times I'll just dump it in with my 55% wire, and instead of getting about 90 cents a pound, I'll get $1.80 a pound. So I always separate this stuff out, and today we'll just see how it goes. As for the rest of this will probably all be 50% wire. I separate it down to this degree because sometimes they'll actually upgrade me and give me 65%. Not always the case. We'll see how it goes today, but more than likely I'll get 55% for all of this at about $1.80 a pound. And then here is all clean stainless. That's that pipe that I found a while ago. A stainless sink, a couple of napkin holders. So that'll all get turned in finally. And then I have an aluminum rim from the body shop. I should get $10 to $12 for that, I'm hoping. We'll see. But that is everything. It should fit in the Jeep or on the roof rack. And then, like I said, that'll basically take care of almost all the scrap that I have. So I'll have to get out there and hit the dumpsters hard when I get my truck back to refill what I'm turning in now. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Go ahead and leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you later.